Well, since I did a bad sequels list, I thought I should do a good sequels list. This is not going to be as long as the bad sequels list because there was only a few sequels that I could think of that were actually good. So this is going to be a short video, maybe a little longer, but it depends on, you know. The first one I have is Free Willy 2: Adventure Home. Uh, I love the first Free Willy. That's like one of my favorite movies, like I said. And the second one was a decent sequel. Um, it wasn't really as good as the first one, but I still enjoyed it, and I thought it was pretty good. It was memorable to me. Uh, the music was good, and you know, I don't know. I just thought it was pretty good. I enjoyed it. I had fun with it, and definitely way better than the third one, which I talked about in the bad sequels list. And it's definitely worth the watch, in my opinion. And the next one is Regrets in Paris. I love the first Regrets movie. It was a great movie, memorable, great music. You know, I guess an okay plot. You know, having Dill and then they did Regrets in Paris of 2 years after the Regrets movie, and some people say it's better than the first one, but I don't know. I just like them both at the equally. You know, this movie was pretty good. It was really good. I liked the songs that were played in the movie. The plot was good. You know, Chucky finally getting a mother, and it was memorable, just like the first one. And yeah, it was a pretty good movie. I had fun with it, and it's one of my favorites too, and definitely better than Rugrats Go Wild, that piece of crap movie. And if you want to watch any of the Rugrats movies, I suggest watching the first one and this one, not Rugrats Go Wild, because that was a bad movie. Next one is Problem Child 2. Yeah, this is definitely one of my favorite sequels. Definitely. Some people say it's better than the first. Some people thought it was funnier than the first. And yeah, this movie is funny. Very funny. I don't know if it's funnier than the first. I think they're both equally funny. But yeah, I always like Problem Child 2. I love it. Definitely the better sequel of the Problem Child sequels. Because everyone knows that the crap part 3 was. It's never been made. Or should have had the Problem Child name in it, but yeah, Problem Child 2 was awesome. Well, at the same time, Problem Child 2 is a little more, the humor is more grosser. This movie's kind of nasty. There's like a whole amusement park scene where there's a vomit scene, and then there's the dog, it like craps out a doo-doo pile of doo-doo. It's like, ew. And there's that scene with cockroaches, the dinner scene with the cockroaches, and then yeah, the movie's grosser than the first one. I can see why it was rated PG-13, and there's a lot more swearing words, and it's a little more cruder than the first one. But yeah, and there's a lot of toilet humor and stuff. Yeah, just that kind of stuff. That kind of bothered me a little bit, but not really, because some people didn't like that. But I still enjoy Problem Child 2. Definitely one of the best sequels. Next one is Home Alone 2: Lost in New York. I absolutely love this movie. I think it's way better than the first. I always liked it more than the first one. I thought it was funnier. It was the plot with him lost in New York was good, and I just found it funnier and a better movie. Some people say it's just like the first one, and yeah, it's kind of like the first one. Basically, it's just that he's in New York this time. But definitely the best of the Home Alone sequels, because everyone knows to deal with the last two, Home Alone 3, and then the ridiculous, absolutely crappiest Home Alone 4. But yeah, if you want to watch the Home Alone sequel, just watch the second one. Just stay away from the last two, even though part 3 was okay, but just stay away from the last two, especially Home Alone 4. Now, the next one is Terminator 2: Judgment Day. Yeah, this was an awesome movie. I love Terminator 2. Actually, this is one of the sequels I actually like more than the first one. I don't know, I just seemed to be able to watch this one more than the first one. I could get into it, but I couldn't really get into the first one. I just thought it was an awesome, good movie. The special effects are excellent, and it's a fun flick more. I think it's actually better than the first one, in my honest opinion. And definitely the only good Terminator sequel, because they made a Terminator 3, Rise of the Machines, and then they made a Terminator 4, Salvation. I didn't see 3 or 4, but, you know, I could tell I'm probably not going to like them. And that I only probably like the second one. But yeah, Terminator 2 was an awesome movie, and I can see why everyone likes it. It's a good movie. And yeah, it's just a good movie. The last sequel I have is Scary Movie 2. Now I know, like I said, a lot of people didn't really like this movie that much. It's considered the worst one by some people. By others, it's considered the best sequel, and I agree. This is the best sequel of the Scary Movie franchise. Like I talked about, my best sequels of 3 and 4 just flat sucked. You know, no Wayans Brothers. You know, the humor was different. The movies they spoofed sucked. They weren't funny. Part 2 was funny. Part 2 had a lot of funny parts. I think the first one was a little more funnier, and it was a overall better movie. But Scary Movie 2 was still good. The beginning's funny, but they're spoofing actresses, and then I just like the movies they spoofed in this one were pretty good, overall good. And the first one's a little better, but Scary Movie 2 is still good, and definitely the best of the sequels. And if you want to watch Scary Movie, just watch the first and second one. Stay away from 3 and 4. Those movies just suck. But that's all I have for the good sequels, because I can't think of any more good sequels, because most sequels just suck. But these are the only ones I can think of right now. So yeah, that was I guess I'm done.